Good evening, it's Susan from Crow Quill Tarot. I want to do a quick VR to the hashtag 31 Days of Tarot. I want to try and catch up. Today's day 3. I'm going to combine day 2 and day 3 into one short video. Day 2, your 5 favorite tarot cards of 2019, or new tarot decks, of 2019. This is, how I use a tarot deck. This is not new, obviously. I use it and, abuse it. I am not a collector of decks. I often will have 2 or 3 decks that I'm working with at one given time. And the ones that I find are sitting around on the shelf, I give them away or pass them along somehow. And I tend not to keep them. But I did acquire a few more decks in 2019, and I'm going to show you the ones that I am using and tell you why I like them. I did get the Radiant Wise Spirit, and I like it for doing readings for other people because I like to use a very traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Oftentimes when I'm reading for people I've not met before in the bookstore, I find that people aren't as familiar with the tarot and they want to ask questions about the imagery, and I want to educate them about the traditional imagery because that's, I feel, the best entry point to get into understanding the tarot. It's kind of like studying art. You have to learn the basics before you can go off and do abstract art and really express yourself well. You have to learn some basics. How about this right side up? Crow Tarot. I've been working with that quite a bit and I really enjoy it. I really like this deck, the Illuminated playing cards. There is also a tarot deck. But what I like about this is that it's teaching me the correlation between the minor arcana and the major arcana and how they relate to one another. So that's also a great deck for education. I'm enjoying the Dreaming Way Tarot. I wish I could say I was working with it more, but I'm not because I have so many other things going on right now. But my absolute all-time favorite deck that I'm working with right now is the Emily Dickinson Tarot, which I've only had for a matter of weeks. It did not come with any kind of instructions or book, but I absolutely love it. One of the things that I love about it is the very diverse and rather naive artwork. I like the insects depicted as the major arcana. If you'll notice, the artist in the little tiny banner across the bottom of the card has included what would be seen across the bottom of the card in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which I think is extremely creative and helpful also. And you have to learn a little bit about Emily Dickinson and her life in order to understand all of the cards in the deck and why she chose those. And I like that about it. It actually requires me to do inquiries and study a little bit and get a little bit more in depth with it. I have another deck that did also not come with a box or a bag that I want to give an honorable mention to. Another one of my favorites. This is Lisa Frieda Borg. This is her deck that she made herself. And I love it because it's so creative what she did. She went on the public domain and found available images. In other words, they didn't have any copyright attached to them. Imagery that she could easily download and use. And she found an image for each one of the 78 cards in the deck. Here's an example, is Death, Vehicle Exiting. She found a photograph that represented for her the meaning of each one of the tarot cards and created her own deck. And I just think it's fabulous, and it's so creative, and I love the backs because I'm a 60s girl, so anything Paisley gets my vote. So those are 5 favorite tarot card decks and an honorable mention. And today, day 3 of the hashtag, is 5 favorite oracle cards, oracle decks, excuse me, not cards, decks. I just really have gotten into working with oracle decks this year for the first time. I really like them as an enhancement to a tarot card reading. So here we go with my 5 favorite oracle decks. Love the Mother Mary. I'm loving the Mother Mary oracle. This is my second favorite now. It's always been my first for the last few years, the Sacred Earth Oracle, because I love the artwork of Helen Nelson Reed. I really like the messenger cards, they're called, which are all animal imagery. I've used those quite a bit and I like them a lot. I have 2 new decks I'm really excited about, 2 new oracle decks. Forest of the Precious Twigs. I'm loving it. It's new to me, so I'm just getting to know it a little bit. And my favorite oracle deck right now is the Literary Witches. And of course, I'm participating in Kelly Bear's year-long in-depth study of one of the writers in the deck each month. And that is just a wonderful experience. This is the first month, but so far it's already very enriching. And so those are my 5 favorite oracle decks that I acquired in 2019. And I'm looking forward to participating. Thanks.